when I started doing the JD pod, yeah, in my head there was like a couple of people that I wanted to have a conversation with right here, and there was one that I had mentioned to someone. I said, I really want to sit down and have a conversation with him, but they were like, oh, there's a lot of politics in it. He's somewhere else. We can't get him here and whatnot. So I almost, in some way, threw in the towel, feeling like, you know what, maybe it's just not even going to happen. But it has happened, because something amazing has happened with that as well. I have my guy, let me tell you this, yeah, an absolute, I don't even want to say a YouTube worldwide star, because it's more than that. It's TV, there's a lot of things going on. But with me right now, believe it or not, have a look at his face, man like Chunkz.
Yeah, my brother. Yo, that intro, flattering.
Yeah, man. Over at JD, yeah?
Yeah, man, I'm over here now, man.
Over at JD.
Things different now. Come on, my brother.
I hear that.
Yeah.
How are you, man?
Good, man. I can't complain, man. Everything's good, alhamdulillah, man. Just, Ramadan and that.
Right.
Life's been going great. Just fasting, living life, enjoying myself, man.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, at the time of recording this, that you're fasting and stuff, how is this period been for you so far?
Amazing. Ramadan's always just like the best time of the year for us Muslims, bro. Yeah. Beneficial, you know what I mean? Just get to, just take a seat back and really take in the religion properly and admire your God, your prophets, your religion in general. So it's just a good month for us all, man.
It's a time to almost just get a bit closer to like that side of things, innit?
Yeah, everyone always says it arrived at a perfect time. So it's because it's been 11 months since the last one, you know what I mean? So it's always going to arrive at a perfect time. So it's just a nice little iman replenish. Like, when your deen, your religion's feeling low, your like spirit, your faith, and it kind of just reboosts you, re-energizes you almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does it, like, because it's at this time of the year as well, yeah? Has it felt like maybe a lot more easier to kind of get through it as well, because the days are shorter in regards to it? Because I know, like, my brethren always tell me the hardest times are when the days are like longer.
Hard, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When you're breaking fast at like 9:30, 9:45, like.
That one used to be the mad thing. But yeah, it's like definitely it's easier, man. So you're breaking fast at like 7:45, 8 p.m. It's like latest, and obviously every day goes like 2 to 3 minutes up. So it's not too bad this year, man. Yeah, I confirm it still.
I said, like I literally was talking to someone about this the other day, yeah, but I was like, one day I was telling. Like, my great grandmother's 104 years old, yeah.
Wow, mashallah.
And I remember like talking to a friend of mine or someone that I was just starting to get to know or whatever. And when I told her that my great grandmother was that age, she had said to me, she said, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? Nah, I love that. There's something about that.
Yeah.
There's something about that I love. Do you get what I'm saying? And then after a period of time, I started saying to myself, I feel like that's one of my favorite sayings, It just feels so, I can't figure out what it is, but it just feels so pure when someone says that. Do you get what I'm saying? So genuine, you know what I mean?
Just obviously having to give thanks constantly, you know what I mean? Just remembering. And just, that's the most important thing, bro. Just keep it in your heart.
So man's over at JD and that now.
Over here, bro.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Mad. It's surreal, man. I can't lie. Obviously, I'll be honest. JD Sports, like, let's be honest, everyone's been shopping at JD from younger, from even now, bro. So it's a thing where it's like a surreal experience for me, like an achievement. Definitely, it's an accolade, one that I can tick off as well, because I used to shop at JD. I used to window shop at JD. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's to now be working alongside them. It's a crazy achievement for me. So yeah, man, this is definitely one for the books, 100%.
Yeah, man. I was like, I can't even lie. I was kind of gassed when, I was told, you know what, like, there's going to be an announcement that's going to be made. And once the announcement is made, I'm going to have them come and sit down and have a conversation with you. And I was desperate to just kind of just leave that be and not really know who it was. But I was badgering. And when I realized it was you, I thought, you know what, it's cool, because it's long overdue, me and you sitting down and having a conversation. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we see each other every once in a while or whatever, but it's just a mad, super quick one. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I want to go kind of back to the beginning with you a little bit, yeah? And like, talk about like just a bit of about where you came from, yeah? Because I'm from West London, you're from Northwest London and whatnot, yeah? When I see you now compared to when I was seeing you back in the day, I feel like I'm seeing a young man now, as opposed to me seeing like just you know, like in my head, I'm like, I see a youth that's like doing YouTube and whatnot. I see like a young man now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, talk to me a little bit about like essentially you growing up in front of the camera, and now like there's a lot of things changing for you now.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely have grown over camera, like over time on camera. Because obviously, starting off, I was at 18, 19ish, and just like a young boy, chubby. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everyone used to call me cute and all of that, but gaffing my tooth. Yeah, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like it's unruly. You know what I mean? I just came through and I was trying to thing, because obviously I enjoyed watching YouTube. It was always a passion of mine, and obviously as time gone, like I've managed to kind of get rid of my insecurities. And then like kind of just like I said, growing on camera. So it's like it's been progression, bro, and I've been lucky to capture it all on camera, so I can go back in the archives and watch videos from 2016, 15. So yeah, bro, there you go. So like I said, yeah, the progression's real, 100%. Like I've been able to see my confidence grow on camera. You know what I mean? So it's been a mad thing.
Was you always popular in your ends?
Not in the ends. I was always just like chill. Because obviously my ends were on badness in it from when I was younger in it. So it's a thing where man was cool enough to just be like, well, I'll go on to the OGs, the elders, and that whatever cool. But I was never in and amongst that badness. I just kind of knew my right from wrongs. Yeah. Thankfully, I had a good like two-parent household, good siblings that always just kind of humbled me. And obviously I was the youngest in the house. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like they let man know from early it wasn't a that thing. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, like man could chill with the man on the ends because they're for my bits. You know what I mean? So I knew all the youths that were on the mad thing, but I was never in and amongst it because I just kind of I had too much respect for my parents. Right. And I wasn't built for that either, man. You know, I'll see what they'd be doing and I'll be like, nah, not me, fam. Obviously I was just like, man got stabbed once. And I was like, yeah, if that's what it is, I'm not on it. I'm not on it.
You know, sometimes all you need is that one thing, that one experience that's around you to know. Yeah, but it's weird though, because it's like, even with that, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of kids as well that come from that environment that do almost have a good home in some way, even if they don't necessarily have, you know, both parents. They might have a good mum that's looking after them, or, you know, like a dad that might be a single parent, even though you don't see that very often, but still it's there. But it's like when you step out and you're around people that you connect with a little bit differently. Do you get what I'm saying? Usually that's the thing that kind of deters you, because they always say like a village raises a child, isn't it? It's not just, you could be at home and everything's cushy at home, but when you're outside and everyone's the same age and there's just bare things going on and whatnot, it's difficult to kind of step away from some of that. Yeah,
100%, bro. And like you said, the village raises a child, so it's like a thing where I was at home being raised by my parents, but then obviously I spent most of my times as a younger on like the cage, or in the community centre, do you know what I mean? So it was always a thing where the elders would always see man and be like, you're different from the other youths, not in a like not in a violation way in terms to the other man. It was more a vibe of, I can tell like you're just kind of, you're not in and amongst it, but you know your right from wrongs almost, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like I said, I was exposed to it, but it wasn't for me. I was like, nah, like I just couldn't see myself doing what they were doing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Each to their own, like I said. But I just kind of stayed left and tried to do the educational route. Like I just tried to do the academics and see what happened.
Did you feel different?
Nah, not necessarily, bro. Like it was kind of like I had an older brother, and I idolized him growing up. You know what I mean? I tried to be like my older brother, so I didn't have my own kind of identity up until high school, to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
And then obviously I had my little cousin, darkest, and I was kind of like his older brother. So it was like I was kind of just learning from my older brother, and then kind of just trying to use that for my younger cousin, which is my little brother.
I felt different.
Oh yeah.
I felt different, man. But I think a lot of that was just to do with the fact that like I was in like a predominantly white area.
Oh, well, there you go then. Well, of course.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I think for you, like Northwest, it wasn't really like that. But this is what I find. This is the interesting part of what I find in that. Yeah, is that being young, being first generation Somali as well. Yeah, and being in that environment in Northwest London, what was that like? Because in my area, it was very difficult for black people anyway. But to come to be Somali as well on top of that was like, you know, a complete outcast. You were almost a super outcast. It was weird because even on that, it's like, you know, some people would say, you know, like sometimes when someone says, you know, like I'm not white, I'm from this country, or they say, you know, I'm not black, I'm from here. It's like with Somalis, people would say, oh no, like, but Yeah, he's not black, he's Somali.
Yeah.
It's like that do you understand what I'm saying?
Shy as a conversation in school, man. That was so silly. But thankfully with me, I kind of grew up in an area where it was just predominantly Caribbean, so Jamaicans and then Somalis, like even like West Africans as well. Yeah. So the thing where we weren't like the outcasts. We were kind of like the majority, not the minority. Sorry. So with you, obviously, it was different because you're just a walking anomaly. You're just your own black brother. So of course, they're gonna feel different. With man, I didn't really feel different because, like I said, my surroundings were Somalis and Jamaicans and Caribbean and West Africans. So just on my street, like let's say there was on average 30 doors, yeah, or like 30 houses, right? Yeah. 23 of them, 24 of them were black, bro. So man was nice. Man could never feel like an outsider. Obviously, I had the Asian community, of course, but yeah, man, I was just like I said, and that's why I didn't really feel like different. I think high school is when I kind of got into my bag and said, you know what, man's kind of funny, or like the class clown or the popular kid, or you know what I mean.
Did you feel different when you stepped outside of your ends?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, I wasn't really outside of my ends at all, bro.
Seriously?
All I knew was Northwest as a youth. My mum and dad. Look, I wasn't about trekking to different ends, bro. I only went to South London in like 2017. I swear to God, I just heard about it. I remember hearing Peckham, Lewisham, thinking, God forbid, not me, 100%. Brixton, and I heard about them places, and I was like, nah, no, thank you. But yeah, like man, I only know Northwest London, bro. Like I don't know. It was just like different. It was surreal to me when I used to go in my dad's car and buck a cousin that lived in Croydon. I was thinking, where are we going, bro? You know what I mean? So like, I was kind of like just. My mum and dad knew what it was like, and it was kind of like, I'm gonna just show you enough, not too much. We'll wait until you get older. So.
And then essentially, it's work that took you out of that environment.
100%, bro. That's when I started to catch trains to you know what I mean, Dalston Junction, and I'm thinking, where are these places, bro? Generally, I remember, one time it was like me and my brother, so I had to go pick up an Xbox One, because I was trying to buy Xbox One for me and my brother, and he told me, the link is where the guy's selling it on Dalston Junction. What's that? Gumtree. Yeah. So he goes, he's in Dalston Junction, go on the train, just buck him and whatever, cool, XYZ. I think it was either Dalston Junction or South. Like,
man didn't know how to get there.
Man don't know nothing, bro. I'm just putting the thing, I'm asking these train people at Stonebridge Park, yo, how do I get there? They're chatting to me, cool. We get there, jumped out, and I see a bullet wound inside the ATM, and I said, I need to step out of it, because straight away I was like, I'm not on this, bro. You know what I mean? That one made me tweet.
Do you know what is funny though? Northwest is smoky though.
It's smoky, but because like I said, I was in my ends, man, I used to see the other, like the ops getting smoked. You know what I mean? It wasn't me seeing like me feeling pressure or anything, because I was just in and amongst myself. Like literally, bro, my week revolved around me like being at home. Like say for example on the weekend, I'm in my bits, so I'm nice. Obviously, everyone knows me in my bits. Then man will, in school, man will go to Tesco's and Raf's and then catch the bus straight to school. And then after school, I'm straight back to my yard. I'm not just hanging about doing nothing. You know what I mean? Furthest I'll go is Neasden, bro. So like, man, don't really know nothing apart from Northwest. So I don't really see like badness or smoke like that. You know what I mean? Only saw it in my bits, and it was people that were, like, I mean, the ops and all of that. So
it's nuts, innit? When you think that there's like so much people that their world is just their block.
Bro, that's what I can't lie. That was me, man.
You know what? Actually, thinking about that now, now seeing all of the different things that you've seen and being all the different places that you've been, you see when you go back and you see like some of your friends or like just man them from the hood or whatnot that haven't left, like how different is the barrier between you in that then?
Oh yeah. So now back in the days it was kind of like you said, everyone's the same. So everyone ended up getting the same respect, and some people were victims, obviously, God forbid, never me, but it was like a thing where like some people got treated differently, you know what I mean? Whereas now, obviously, it's like a respect thing. Like, man will go back to the ends and everyone knows what car I'm driving, so it's kind of like, yo, walk on, my brother, what you saying? Like, beep, beep, beep kind of vibe. And yeah, man knew my man was funny and X, Y, Z, and it's like, it's them ones kind of thing. So everyone shows man love in the ends, and it's always nice to come back, because I was there for like a month. I was staying with my mum's for a bit. And it was nice, you know what I mean, just going to the shops and doing the same routines as I used to do, and seeing like now people come out their yard like, oh my days, my man's here, and it's like, but I've been here. Crazy. I don't do that now, you know what I mean? I've been living it, you know what I mean?
You can't act like that.
I remember you as a young guy, like, it used to just walk past me, but now it's a thing where my brother, man, used to, I remember back in, it wasn't that thing, but love regardless, you know?
There's like, I've seen you a bunch of times talking about, your parents wasn't really on you doing like dropping out of uni and all of that, and like, where I want to go with it more so now is like, what are the conversations with your parents like now?
Yeah, you see,
like, what is it like?
What I
now?
like about Chuckie, bro, incredible at his job. He knows what so he's done the research. He's clocked that man's been chatting about this stuff from earlier. Thank you, my brother, because I don't want to have to just recite.
Exactly. What are the conversations like now? Because obviously the conversations must be very... naturally, we know that they're proud of you and stuff. But in regards to the reminiscing aspect, like what are those conversations like now?
Yeah, it's nice to just sit back with my pops and Miles. Like I said, I was back home for the month, so man's just kind of sit down in the living room, talking to both of them, and it's just kind of like, it's like man's a grown man now, do you know what I mean? Like I can feel like man's a, because back in the days it was a thing where they'll try to hide things from me and, you know what I mean, domestics or whatever, XYZ, in and amongst the house, it was kind of just always be quiet and no one knows nothing. Whereas now, they'll be telling me about the badness from back in the days. Oh, you know what, my man? Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah. And then I make 2 and 2 plus 4 equals 4. I'm thinking, man finally understands, you know what I mean? Because they're treating me like a grown man. Because back in the days, like I said, I was the youngest in my house, so everyone kind of safeguarded me and constantly kept things away from me. And now that I'm grown, it's like they let man know, and it's like I feel part of the like family properly now. You know what I mean? So it's like before I was just kind of like a passenger. And now it's kind of like man steering the ship. Cause obviously, I'm the older. I'm the youngest, but I'm obviously looking after my fam, innit? So it's nice to feel like respected. Almost.
And obviously, it makes you understand them even more.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like sitting down and having these conversations with them about like, right, what was that really about? When?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, how comes when it was, and then now you put all of these things together, and it's like, you know what? I could even. From a working aspect and a career aspect or whatever, you coming from your country and coming here trying to provide opportunities, I could see why you was so strong on me not going over here and doing X, Y, and Z. You get me?
No, it makes complete sense, bro. At the end of the day, like, being them, I can understand as to why they thought it was so foreign, because it's like how often do people from the ends start a YouTube channel and end up doing their thing? You know what I mean? It's unheard of. You know what I mean? Obviously now it's much more saturated, but I'm talking 2015. Like, it wasn't really a thing. Like I said, I always say I had no one to look up to in the scene. Man just kind of started, and I used to watch Poet Vuj and these man, and you know what I mean? And that's kind of like, that's the closest I could feel connected. But bear in mind, they're not East African. Yeah, so exactly. Like, so who, the person I used to look up to was Kanan and Mo Farah, bro. Right. Like, one's a musician, one's an athlete. Like, where am I meant to fit into this? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I just tried to set my own blueprint and take, like, I mean, bits from other people I saw and then try to do my own thing and see what happens. So it was a risk, bro. So I completely understand as to why they were so concerned. But I'm grateful that they managed to put that trust in me and just kind of see what it came out to be, you know.
See, when you went there and just dropped a young bag on something, that must have changed. Like, actually, talk to me about that. You see, the first day, not the one, because you worked in the cinema and stuff like that, and I'm sure that maybe them times there you might have obviously just been paying and contributing or whatever it may have been, But you see, when you actually got the first mad thing, and you went home on a, like, what did you do? Like, what, like...
Yeah, you know what it is? I'll be honest with you, again, like, my mum and dad are very, like, I can do it by myself kind of vibe, like, in terms of they don't want nothing from man. Like, generally, it's different, because every time I tell, like, my brethren that, it's kind of like, Rob, we're Somali, bro, like... Africans in general, they're kind of like, yo, let me hold that, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you never see that money again, you know what I mean? But I'll be honest, like, my parents are kind of just like, look out for you, you know what I mean? We're nice, obviously, and it's the thing where I kind of have to force things on them. So I'll come to the yard, like I said. I remember one time I was telling man, and man's washing, like, you know, where do you wash the plates and that?
In the sink?
Nah, God forbid, I'll be very silly for me. The dishwasher, there you go, yeah? So man tweaked. Dishwasher now.
Right, man's that rich, ain't got a sink to run.
Never that. So, bro, like, Mal, like, we call him a Marge, whatever, a week before. I haven't checked her for a week, and I'll be like, yo, how you been? Everything nice, everything's good, calm. I'm gonna come to check you. Come next week now. And seeing the dishwasher's just tweaking, it's just like kind of mashed up a bit. So I'm thinking, bro, like, why haven't you told me about this dishwasher? Like, I want to grab the new one. My mum's like, nah. Like, I just see my sister just cutting eyes, like, man told her, but she's trying to say not to waste your peas or something. So I'm thinking, what are you like, this is what I'm here for. You know what I'm here, because you've looked after man for X amount of years, and you still are. Like, now it's finally time for me to pay you back, and you're there telling me don't spend 8 bills on a new dishwasher. Do you know what I mean? So my mum's very like, nah, look after your money, save your money, don't worry about it, man. So it's like a different experience. I have to force it on them.
8 bills, you translate that into your currency over there, they're thinking there's more important things to worry about in life than this.
Yeah, I know, but that's wild to me, bro.
Right.
It's like you said yourself, like, man will come to the yard with a new jacket. It's kind of like, how much does that cost? 2 bills. What? It's like, bro, like, it's not 2004 no more. Right. You know? Like, things cost different prices now. You know what I mean? Like, man will, and all now that jacket cost a rack. I'm not telling that it cost a rack. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you lose a head. So it's kind of like, my mum like really, really values money or like and I'm the same with my dad. So it's kind of like I have to kind of force things on them. So if I do come to the yard, I'm kind of like, yo, hold that, and it's kind of like, I'm nice still, just hold it, say nothing. Mum come back a month later, I'll check that same place and it's still there. So it's kind of like, fam, yeah, there you go, kind of. I'm like, and my parents are just the best when it comes to that. Even my siblings.
You said that your dad he was gonna give you a year. Yeah. Cool, you can drop out of uni, calm. I'm giving you a year though to make something work. Yeah. If it doesn't work, then you've got to go back and do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. You see, when that year came, was there a renewal? Like, or was there a conversation, or was it just by then?
It was kind of just like, man kept quiet about that. I was kind of just like, yo, just let me do my thing. Obviously, I'm not there yet, but I can smell it. I can see something happening. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like, came back to me. And I remember throughout the year, it was kind of like, yo, like New Year's coming up. Like, when did uni start? I don't know. Was it just September?
Yeah. End of September.
Whenever, what month it was. So we're coming like 2 months before that. And he's like, yo, New Year's coming up and that. Yeah, you're saying you're going to start to apply for new places. And yeah, man's going to check that 100. Just airing it, bro. I'm not even trying to hear that. I'm thinking, I'm telling you, I'm close to, I heard about Nike trying to work with me. I'm just making things up, bro.
Right.
Because at this point, I'm just kind of like, I've had a year off. And obviously, you know, when you take a year gap, you're just not even on going back to all that madness. I can't be asked to work like that again, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Go back to second year uni. Nah, good luck. So I kind of just sat at the back and just said, yo, let me just do my thing and see what they say. But it was kind of like, yo, I can see what you're trying, but you're going to have to jump back on it soon. But I never really got G-checked, like properly sat down and said, yo, what are you doing now? Do you know what I mean? So they kind of let me off because I was working at a cinema, like I said, and I was like
still contributing,
pushing towards the bills 100%, bro. So it was kind of like, all right, I can see he's enjoying this as well. I can see him and his friends out of the yard enjoying themselves. Let's just see, do you know what I mean? But I generally believe that if I try to do that for 2 more years and I still was bringing a nut, and it'll be like, yo, like uni now, you know what I mean? Because at that point I would have been 21, 22.
Of course.
Stop messing about.
I think it's nuts though, in the sense that like, even back then, your aspiration to do YouTube is interesting. And even for like a lot of people that are at that stage where you're at and have been doing it as long as you've been doing it, or even longer, it's like, there was no money though, back then like that. So it's like, I can understand now why there's like so much people that just, you know why it's saturated now? Because everyone's seeing bread, yeah? But back then it was like, there was no P like that really.
Yeah. So
the thought of saying, you know what, this is what I want to do, not even knowing really the type of bread that you could end up making is interesting to me.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, back in the days, as a younger, everyone wanted to be a footballer. You know what I mean? And then they realized as you got older, it's hard to become a footballer. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's not even try delve into that avenue. Now the youngers are thinking, like, it's easy to be an influencer or a YouTuber because it's like you don't require any skills. Like, man's gonna, and they're making that bread as well. Bun that, man's gonna jump on it because now they've clocked that football's hard. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Soon enough, there will be a transition again where they realize it ain't easy to kind of just make it on YouTube or make it as a social media influencer because everyone and their mum wants it, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? So who are you different to that brother there? Do you know what I mean?
It's important to understand that there are like all of these, there's a bunch of different components that kind of contribute to making someone like bust through this thing. And it's not just, you know, it's almost like when someone says, oh, you know what, like, I could be a videographer. All I need to do is just turn on the camera and just press record.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Yeah,
bro.
All right, cool. Try that.
Try a thing, bro.
Oh, I can be this. All I need to do is just go in front of the camera and just talk. It's like, nah, you now have to be able to do it in a unique way. You got to have a certain type of personality. You've got to, like, and also the dedication aspect to it. So how much people come in here, how much people come in this thing, start and then just...
Oh my God, bro. Maybe 92%, my brother. They're like, yo, man's done my first video. Why has it not like got 1 million yet? I can't lie, even me, bro, I was naive to it when I started. I said my goals were like, still got on my laptop. My first year to end the year with 10,000 subscribers. Oh yeah. Second one 100k. Third year mil. That's where I get my mil subscribers. I'm my life, bro. I thought it was that, and I got humbled because that first year, my brother, I finished with 890 subscribers. I said, bro, 1 year to get 800. Am I moist? You know what I mean? I thought, what the flip is going on, lad? Like, what's that? Man's looking at KSI and I'm seeing him with 5 M's and I'm thinking, so why can't I do it? Because I'm funny. Thinking it's just that thing, bro. It's not that. So it's mad, bro. It's mad, honestly.
You talked about the like not be like, because obviously you was looking at the Poet and Vusion, whatever, and I think, and a few others, but it's like, it's difficult to be something when you can't see it, yeah. But like you can relate to something from a boy to boy perspective because obviously you're seeing someone who's kind of just like you doing something and you're interested in doing it. But it's so different when you see someone from your culture doing it. You didn't have that. Like, you didn't have anyone that you could say, rah, like, this is my man. Now, you, and obviously you and your boys and that as well, like, you're that now.
Yeah, mental.
For so many people, like, you're that. You're the, I relate to you because we come from the same place. Do you know what I mean? Like, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's nice for the youths like similar background to me to kind of look up and think it's possible. Because obviously, like I said, when I started this thing, I was like, is it cool to be Somali and in the social media scene, or is it as in the influencer scene or YouTuber scene? Because it's like, there was no example. So I was kind of like, is that taboo? Like, is it not possible to make it as a Somali? Like, what is it? So I thought, yeah, let me try it. And then obviously it ended up working. So it's like, I'm kind of like living proof that you kind of like, without blowing my own trumpet, you kind of can make it whilst being Somali. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, so it's like, but then also again, the pressures come with that as well. Because like I said, being a Muslim, being black, it's like, it's just
underprivileged.
Yeah, all of that, bro. All of that. And I'm not even trying to get the flutes out, but it's like a thing where it's difficult, bro, and also sustaining that spot without having any like of this cancel culture come and just, do you know what I mean? Can I swear on this or not?
Do your
I was
thing.
gonna just say this, like cancel culture shit just kind of being on you as well. So it's kind of like, man, I have to also look after my bills and my rents because I can't get cancelled. Man's got something to do tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like constantly juggling things in your head and thinking, what can I can't say. So a lot of people now will say to me, bro, you were funnier back in the days. I agree. I was, because I didn't have no brand deals, bro. I could move loose with it because it's a thing where I didn't have anyone trying to look into man and say, oh, this guy's a liability. It wasn't that thing. Now I'm juggling, doing different things. I can't move as savage as I was back in the days because of the fact that I'm now scared to hear that tomorrow these lot dropped out. Do you get it? And now that's just messed up my bag. You have to be, let's be honest, but that's what it is. No one really come on and talk realness like this because at the end of the day, like, they might be scared of it or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying, for me, it's kind of like I'm juggling too much things right now, and I feel like sometimes it kind of I get burnt out, and that's why I kind of just come off social media, and even like my own brethren in real life kind of be like, yo, you've changed up a little bit, and it's more because I'm just kind of quiet off camera. When I'm on camera, it's kind of like, yo, I'm going with people as Chunkz, and as soon as I'm off camera, I'm just kind of like, yo, I'm chilling, bro. I'm not even trying to talk.
You know, it's like, it's mad energy exchanging, you know? Like, I'll be honest with you, like, I couldn't do, if I recorded 3 or 4 of these conversations in one day, fam, you can't catch me.
No,
for
never.
the next couple of days.
Slumped, bro.
What?
Like, you had the biggest munch ever.
Yeah. Literally. But like, just even that, like, are you thinking a lot more then? Like,
my brother, 24s. Like, fam, it's got to a point where man will film a story, yeah? And then now I have to rewatch that story a couple of times just to make sure man's talking correctly. I didn't say anything nuts. If the backdrop's calm, if there's any, like, you know what I mean, mad things in it. Man don't know, bro. It's just a constant, like, reassuring or checking myself non-stop. It's mad, bro. So it's like,
how do you juggle that? Because like that can almost, that's a tricky one, isn't it?
no, for me, it's like realizing that it's okay to not be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for me, I was like a couple of years ago, like just when COVID started, I think I was constantly looking, just searching for happiness non-stop. And then I realized it's not possible to just be happy 24/7, and it's fine to just be content. Yeah. And I think that's what I'm kind of searching for, just to be content. Yeah. And now that I'm finally at that stage, it's kind of like, you know what, I'm chilled. I might have lost my personality a bit, and I'll be honest, I'll put my hand up and say I have. But
why do you say that though?
I'm just,
I don't think so.
Nonchalant, my brother. Like, man,
what do you mean, like lost it in like your personal sense, or just
my personal sense?
Oh, okay,
maybe I'd say.
Do you not feel like you're
growing up?
You're growing up, bro.
Potentially, but I think like, I've always wanted to be the playful person and like childish person I am. I don't care. That's what's been my USP. You know what I mean? Being that, I don't care if I'm 42, my brother. I want to be able to have fun and mess about and have jokes. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like I'm getting a bit too serious now. And I'm fine with it. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I'm just saying, obviously, when you have a fan base and a big supporter, like, basically, like, you kind of don't want to let them down. You're like, you know what I mean? Already, I've stopped uploading on my YouTube, and I know that people hate that. You know what I mean?
Noticed that.
But I'm gone. Ghosted.
Are you not? Is that it?
No, definitely not. Definitely.
Oh, you're like a once every 2 years thing.
God forbid, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to
do that, bro.
You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. The only, like, I'll tell you right now, like, the real reason man's not really uploading on YouTube, yeah, and I'll be real, I've never said this, it's because now when I'm working with these brands, yeah, all I have to do is just show up, boom, cameras in my face, they've got the whole script, everything, X, Y, Z, man, just bang out the video, go yard. It's literally, it's like almost like a work thing. I come into work, cut out, go yard. Whereas when I used to work on my channel, I used to script the ideas, edit my own videos, do everything, and I thought that's too much work. So now, I'm having to revert back to when I was working like a dog and doing the script in the videos, and I just ain't gonna work rate for it anymore. It's just complacency, bro. And I put my hands up 100%. That's what it is. Like I've gone through. It's like, bro. It's like being at Stoke, signing to Man City, and then going back to Stoke. Why am I going Stoke, my brother? I want to be. I'll just sit on the bench at City.
Yeah, man, just Gareth Bale the thing, boy.
Oh, Gareth Bale it off, bro.
What? Real Madrid? Listen, pay the. I'll chill.
I'll chill, bro. And that's what it is. So hopefully I find that passion for YouTube again. Because I can't lie, me, if I'm passionate about something, I don't care if there's any money attached to it, I'm on it, I'm down. Right. That's why now I'm trying to push this film thing, or this like movie thing. Right. I'm interested in like, working into movies and X, Y, Z. Right, so I done told Ashley what was, if you're seeing this, Top Boy Season 3, chat to me. But anyway.
So if you need someone that's going to thing next to Sully and that.
You see, let man know. I can hold a something.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
On the camera, I've seen it.
Exactly, bro. You could use my yard for the bando. Yeah? Boom.
Shout out to, what's his name? Monts, is it on TikTok when he goes, the Shane.
Yeah.
I'll do that, bro. Look, the Shane. Sign me up, my brother. Because, spoiler, like, we know what happened to my man.
What, have you seen? You said you ain't even seen it.
Everyone ruined it, man. My brother, come on, bro. Everyone ruined that. But just let man know, Sally can hold something.
Yeah, 100%. I tell you what.
Let me be Jamie's older brother.
Yeah, this is what listen, I'm
Somalia.
on that. Exactly.
See?
Or I could be Jamie's cousin, turn up on a thing of what? What's happened to my young buck?
Hey, Steph, come here, let me chat to you.
Right.
What happened to Jamie, blood? See? Like, man, that's the only bit you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not giving you more, because now they're thinking, raw. They actually thought I was in it for a second.
Exactly.
Chill out.
You know where man's at anyway. If you need it, you need some spice, then just shout, man.
Love. They ain't got a Somali on top. I don't know how they don't. Then it ends and they got no one Somali. You know there's a crazy Somali in every area.
In every estate like that, you have...
Summer house needs a Somali, bro.
You know what? That's true, you know.
I'll bring the tugs from the ends, bro. Let me know.
What are you saying? A gangster Asni?
Asni, I've had that one in ages.
Yeah, just a gangster one on full smoke. Not on no... Do you know what? I don't know if you've seen... we're going off track a little bit, but have you seen Bel Air?
Yeah, as in what? Fresh Prince?
Yeah, not the old... Not the
new
old,
joints.
The new joint.
I heard about it.
No, trust me.
Nah.
Here where I'm going with this, yeah, just
on.
very quickly, yeah. If there was ever a way to bring that back, for you, some of you who don't know, like obviously it was a funny thing, Will Smith, whatnot, he was back, like that's his thing. But they've brought it back recently and it's serious, yeah. But it gives context. So it's not like, don't watch it to expect jokes. Watch it to understand why he was actually moved to Bel Air. Like, so you see the madness of what happened in Philly and whatnot. Yeah. Then he moves there and there's just a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. Yeah. I say all of that to say this. Obviously, you know, with Asni, that's a whole joke thing or whatnot. If you're going to bring him back and put him in Top Boy, then it's a serious thing because you know what? If there's ever a way to bring back that Don, don't bring him back on some, it's funny, like, hey, whatever. Now, bring him back on the thing of this is where I'm from. Yeah, me and Sully had a thing.
See.
Right, and now...
See.
Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how you character build, my brother.
Now I'm back.
Right.
I see you lot shot and something from Spain to Morocco and
exactly.
I want to get involved. He also X'd off man's little... Yeah. See.
But you know what, though?
Play with me, man.
The getting older thing is interesting because you're still mad young. But because you've been doing this thing for such a long time and you've been around such a lot of people, like, you've been around a lot of people, and you're showing so much of your personality, naturally, who you are when you're 18 is completely different to who you are when you're 25, 26. Do you get me? And it's like, now, feeling that might make you feel as though, like, you know, I'm losing parts of my personality or whatever it is. Nah, bro, you're just growing into a man that is able to compartmentalize the work aspect. When it's time to turn the camera on, I'm on. This is me still. But when I'm off, I need to just simmer and just chill. I just think that like it becomes really interesting when you have so much people following you, so much people like, you know, relying on you in some way to like make them feel good, you know what I mean? Or like hanging on every word that now there's a point of like, I have to be super careful in what I say and how I move because, you know what I mean?
I'm just not on the chat no more. That's how I feel like sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's why sometimes man just kind of look like I'm ghosting on socials. but it's more of a vibe of like, I just want to chill with the family today, or you know what I mean. So it's like before back in the days, bro. Anything I was doing, I would put it on social media. My brother just came out the toilet. Yeah, just came out the toilet, my peoples. Good one. 2, let it off. I'm oversharing, and I feel like I always overshare. I used to overshare too much to a point where now people butt me on the main roads. My brother, I remember your sister did. I'm thinking, right, why this guy know my business? Like, oh, it's my fault. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like now man's kind of just not sharing as much. Like, you know, these artists in the UK, apart from their music, most of the time you don't know nothing about them, bro. Sometimes that's cool. Sometimes it's a bit like we don't want to, you know what I mean? They're trying to act all mysterious, but I like elements of that, you know, generally. I feel like people know too much about me, but then maybe that's the reason as to why they love man so much. You know what I mean? Because of the fact they feel very involved. So it's kind of like trying to touch that middle ground, and I'm trying to find it still in it.
For your community in particular, like, is massive, because one thing that I find sick about podcasting, yeah, is that like when we're talking about certain things, there's so much stuff that we might discuss that is so light to us, yeah, but then there's a whole bunch of people that turn around and say, rah, I didn't realize that you went through that, or that happened, like that happened to me. And it's like, oh, like that means so much to them, maybe more than it does for me. It's just, I'm just getting off because I'm just sharing an experience, so I've just done a couple of things. But to them, for someone who's feeling alien or feeling different, to hear someone else going through that same thing is like, can mean everything to them. But then it's, you know, that kind of falls into the role model thing, which I think is unfair to be put on sometimes, because, you know, you're just cutting through, you're trying to do what you can to just look after your family, your friends, and just make people feel good and whatnot. Then all of a sudden, role model.
Bamba.
You're a role model now. Like,
but I can't lie, I'd rather have the youths like growing up now look up to me than look up to someone that's just talk about drilling and trapping. Like, and I said no disrespect to them at all, but like, you know what I mean, being Somali, like I'm saying. Yeah. So I completely do get where they're coming from, like the aunties and the uncles and that, and I understand where they're coming from, but also a vibe of I can also make mistakes as well, and let your youths know that it's fine to make a mistake, because I feel like you just kind of want them to be perfect, and that's not possible, my brother. Yeah. So obviously now when they're telling me that they're looking up to me, I understand where they're coming from, you know, because I'm not a crazy youth, you know what I mean? I'm just a good youth that just kind of, I mean, just cuts through, bro. Yeah. So I do understand it, but then it's also now on that just added pressure kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
How much of, see, when you like was really starting to push through, yeah, how much was you, how much time was you actually spending on looking at what works? Like, as you were building a brand of Chunkz, was you like literally like going and looking at thumbnails to see what type of thumbnails work? Was you like, what kind of videos work, what don't work, what bangs, what? Was you doing any of that?
So basically me, when I started off my thing, I was just kind of just vibing in it. I was just doing my thing, enjoying myself, uploading, trial and error, just learning on the move. Then I got introduced to Nicholas Omalana and AJ Shabil, obviously, and these lot take that side of YouTube very serious. You know what I mean? So now instead of me just doing my sit down videos on the thumbnails, just me and a man laughing and that, and it's just a meaty title. Now I'm chatting to Nico and AJ and Sharky even at times, and Kenny, and they kind of tell a man, yeah, nah, do that to add more colours to the thing, or do this trend because you can see it's in the algorithm, and just talking their YouTube language. And I'm just kind of like,
man, don't even know what's alga what?
Yeah, I said, yeah, so yeah, what, audience attention, yeah, written, yeah, saying nothing, you know what I mean? And obviously I can put my hand up now and say that's the main reason as to why some of my videos do bang, because of the vibe that these man have helped man a lot, and we all help each other. You know what I mean? If someone needs to know how to make a video funny, I'm more than happy to help and think, yeah, comedic timing. This is where I can chime in. But when it comes to like the background settings about YouTube and about how to make thumbnails, I till today, bro, my brother, I'll send them a thumbnail. Would you look at this one? Now that's dry. Do it next one. Say nine. Yeah, it's them, bro. You know what I mean? So they're like the whizzes.
Right.
I'm kind of just like on camera. Yeah. I can put a camera on and tell me what to do, and let's run it.
How much money was you investing into yourself?
Myself? Initial investment, 10 bags.
Is it?
Yeah. So I was stacking non-stop. Like I said, I've always been a good saver, bro. I can't lie, even till today. Like, man's not flashy, bro. Man, just I don't really wear.
It's a young watch here and there.
Yeah, one little watch, just in case I go to events. I don't even wear it. Like, on my life, the time ain't right on it. You know what I mean? So I swear to God, bro. Let's not lie, bro. The man them that have like timepieces and that, yeah. Is your like date and time the actual same? If that's the case, then fair play, bro.
Yeah.
My one says it's the 14th of Jan, and it's like,
it's just an accessory,
my brother. I'm wearing it because I'm pressured to.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear that.
I swear to God. I remember, like, obviously, shout out to Harry and Philly. Them man are about their watches. You know what I mean? But that's the thing is, growing up, that was their thing. You know what I mean? I remember Philly showed me tweets from 2012 saying, I'm going to have a day date when I'm this age or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of set goals for yourself, which is amazing. Me, I've never been about that, bro. Like, I like shirts and like football shirts growing up. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like I wanted, and now that's why I've got the biggest collection of football shirts. Right. So I get it. But for me, it was kind of like, I remember Philly was FaceTiming one time and said, this is when he just got his first rollie and he was just like, yo, welcome my brother, hitting it on the camera. You say, man, you little bro cute, where's your thing? Laughing. And I'm there laughing, thinking, all right, cool. Just because now you said that, how much did that cost? Telled, man. I made sure mine was more expensive. I don't know nothing, bro. Yeah. I just went, hey, Julius, shout out to them, and I said, yo, this is Philly's thing. Just give me something that's better than that. Just give me something. On my life, bro. It's just, you know what I mean? Childish competition. Yeah. And then I FaceTime man back, walk on, you look cool. Yeah. And he's there like laughing, screaming. Yeah. So it's the same, like, obviously, like, it's like friendly competition, but obviously, let's be honest, it kind of does, like, make you think, I'm moist, man. Let me get something better than the man. That's what it was. Yeah. So now the watch I have now is nice, but I don't care about it, bro. Yeah. So I'll probably end up selling that anyway.
It's serious.
I don't care about that, bro. I don't wear, bro. I'm plain Jane, bro. I got some little random silver thing from Tiffany & Co.
Honorable shout out to the Oud, though.
My brother. Let them know. Let the camera know.
I'm gonna tell you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see me, when it comes to the smelling thing,
okay,
I certified that I'm documented for that. People know. The other day, someone came to me and told me that I smell absolutely delicious. So understand that when I say what I'm going to say now, that this is set in stone and it's a certified fact. You see, when Chunkz walked in today, I said, what's that? I said, what's that smell? He came walking in smelling like success.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Love
like
that
one there. You get, and you didn't tell me the name of it, but it's
never
cool, that's how we do.
Yeah. If you're a real perfume man or just a fragrance man, if you tell your joke man, don't tell your fragrances. You might as well let your man press your gal then if that's what you're doing.
I'm strong. I hear that. If you're gonna give up the smell, you might as well give up everything. What are you doing? Yeah. All right then. Yeah. Have mine.
Yeah. Why am I a rack? Yo. Yeah. You joker. Don't do that, man.
It's all about giving the necessary info, and you get what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyway, going back to the thing now. So boom, things start working out a little bit. Obviously, you got the man them with you and whatnot. Yeah, but who would you say were like outside of your gang was giving you the proper look? Like who was there for you? Did like anyone sort of reach out to you like from early on YouTube wise and be like, yo, like, you know what, you could be onto X, Y, and Z or whatever. Like, did anyone give you a word of encouragement or upliftment outside of your circle?
To be fair,
or did that come mad late?
Nah, if I'm being honest, like in terms of, nah, not really, bro. Like my friendship groups, I'm usually like one of them, like, not, I wouldn't say alphas, but I'm more like obviously the most outspoken in it. So I'm gonna be in all my friendship groups. I kind of like speak the most. Let's be honest. So it's a vibe of like no one can really call man and say they're, I see what you're doing. And I didn't really have them friends like who will call me and constantly like uplift me. Or, do you know what I mean? And I'm not, maybe like my peoples that I grew up with in my ends, there's people that obviously I went to school with, like a couple man that I still speak to from school, and they constantly, whenever they saw man, I'm proud of you kind of vibe. But like in terms of like that, you know, I know what you're trying to get at. In terms of like one person that constantly checked in with me, like constantly, yeah, I like what you're doing. I'm proud of you. I saw what you did there. Amazing. Not really, bro. I'll be honest. But like, there's a lot of man that will, let's say they'll check me 1 month there and then 3 months later see man somewhere. Well, go on, bro. I saw that thing. You're hilarious, but keep going. You know what I mean? So I did have that, guaranteed. Yeah. But like not like one person throughout my whole. From the beginning to the end.
Nah. Do you know, like, there's one part that I want to kind of get to, because I feel like there's a bit that like is probably not spoken about enough. Yeah. So remember I mentioned the Asni thing earlier. Yeah. I think this is interesting. Do you know why? Because I'm assuming that a lot changed for you when you was in that cameo as well. Yeah. Like massively. Yeah. Like proper. I saw a video of you coming out. What was it, Brixton Electric, and like. Michael Dapper's just doing his thing, whatever, Big Shaq, whatnot. Then I think at the end of it, you're like standing on the stage and whatnot, and bare youths are like shouting your name or whatever. They're saying Anthony, whatever. Yeah. What's interesting about this is that like, you know, you could have lived and died by that.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Like, which is, so it's good that people are seeing your face from it. Yeah, and that there's like some recognition or whatever, and you know what? Maybe that might have driven people to your channel, and kind of made people really connect with you or whatnot. But so much times we see someone become somewhat of a gimmick. Yeah,
that's why I thought it was moist. Believe it or not, on my life, bro. Like that's me being honest. Like, think about it, bro. Man started this grind from 2015. When did Man Not come out? 2017.
2017, yeah.
Yeah. So 2 years of man's own grind non-stop, putting in work, bro. When I tell you I was working, fam, man was doing like, so obviously, like I said, I dropped out of uni. Then also I dropped out of work. I quit my job with hardly any money, and I was doing like 7 days a week just thinking about YouTube, bro. So for all of that to then just be shunned by the fact I'm in a music video and I'm holding a pumpy, like you're taking a piss. Like that's what I used to think. Like, rah, man's worked 2 years and now I'm getting stopped non-stop in Central because I was a joker in a music video. You know what I mean? Shout out to Michael Dapper. That was definitely the only pot on I've had in my life, bro. So it's a thing where
that's not a knock to him, by the way.
Definitely not. Michael Dapper is one of the realest people I've ever met, and that's a fact. I always say that, bro. Put my hand up. I love the guy. But like, because obviously we didn't know how much it would balloon, bro. I remember me, Tion Wayne, Michael Dapper, when we were on that music video set, and then we were all looking at each other saying, "Yo, this Man's Not Hot thing's gone off, bro. What do you reckon?" My MD said, "Yeah, probably 1 million views on this, guaranteed." I'm there like, "Yeah, I'll probably get 5, bro. Probably get 5 M's." Tion saying whatever he's saying. 400 million views later, bro.
400 million. You know, the other day, yeah? What was it? Like early, Rattle was like, it might have been the end of early this year, like 2022, yeah? I somehow stumbled across it, and I remember looking at the views, and I'm thinking, well, how comes this has only got 400,000 views? I'm thinking, this is not the proper thing. So I've like, trying to find the proper thing. I've come back, I'm like, this is the proper thing. Then I'm like, oh no, that's not 400. This is 400 million.
Brother. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. We didn't know how much it would go crazy. My life, bro. When man asked me, he said, "Yo, he's DM me, yo, brother. Hey, King." I remember he said to me, "You want to jump in a music video for this?" And obviously, I was going off because Charlie Sloth XYZ. I said, "Yeah, 100. I'm on it." You know what I mean? Just expecting it to be a little cool gimmick. My brother, like, man toured. Well, not me, but MD toured basically the world off of one tune. You know how mad that is? You know what I mean? So obviously now, bear in mind, I remember when he sent me a video of him on an Asian tour in Japan, and the crowd saying "Asni, Asni." I said, "Yeah." But then it was a thing where like it was a backhanded compliment almost.
Is it like an oxymoron?
It was it's an oxymoron.
Right.
Yeah, it's a paradox.
Yes.
Two things that don't make sense.
Right.
See, my English, I got a B, don't play with me. Yeah.
Come on, my brother.
Love. Come on, my brother. Let them know. But genuinely, it's an oxymoron because it's like I was happy, but then I was also like sad because of the vibe. I was happy with because now I'm starting to get recognition. People are starting to clock me when I'm on the streets, and people are saying, "Yo, welcome, my brother. Can I take a picture?" Amazing. Yeah, you were amazing at Asni. Now it's knocked me down, backhanded compliment because of the fact that I've worked 2 years and you're still just you're recognizing me off this one little feature, and that just kind of diminishes my work. That's what I feel like in my head. I completely understand where you're coming from. Right. You've only seen me from this music video, and where else would you see me? That's cool. I got clocked in flipping the Bahamas, Nassau, on a beach by someone from Trinidad and Tobago, and they said, "Yo, you Asni, right?"
Yeah, Asni or...
Yeah, yo, let me take a picture. I'm just kidding. Like, when's this gonna leave me alone, fam? So I had to work 1 year to take that off my name.
What? Because okay, so this is the thing, yeah. So you're having to work a year to take that off your name, but this is rebranding. That's a rebranding period. So what was that like? What was the plan with that?
So for me, it was kind of like, well, fair enough. This Asni thing has now made me people. So I'll be getting stopped on the street like 6 months after. Yo, man knows you. Where the? See your face, blood. Where? What, YouTube, Chunkz? Nah, who's that, blood?
You kind of know. You see when someone says, "Rah, you're that you kind of know what he's gonna say in it, but you just you're trying to direct him.
I'm trying to direct him where I want him to go. I said, remember my YouTube video, the one I did the general knowledge video with me and my cousins, and nah, I don't know you from there, my brother. And I'm like, reluctant.
You're that you.
Yeah, reluctantly, I'm like, man's not Asni. Yeah, my brother Asni. He's got the pumpy. It was like, yeah. I rap that for me. Yeah, that's the Asni. And they try to film, man. Like, yo, I rap the bars.
Oh man.
My brother, come on, man. I'm not moist, fam.
Oh man, man was doing that to you.
Trying it, man. Really? I remember once I was in
Brum. Fam, rap.
Like I'm
They're doing all of that.
I said, yo, you need to chill out, lad. Man, just carry on moving. You know, don't do that. I'll just snatch your phone up. Don't do that. But more time, the brother was big, so I wasn't on that. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, I'm always grateful. I was so grateful to be in that position, but I just didn't know how crazy it would set off. And then obviously I didn't know how detrimental it would be to man's career. Because like I said, I felt like it was a stain because now I have to kind of work and I had to get Chunkz bigger than Asni again. You know what I mean? Because it was like Chunkz was doing this. Asni just said, move out the way, man. You're now Asni. You're not Chunkz no more.
So what did you do though?
I just kind of joke finesse, just kept doing YouTube videos. I had some that blew up, trended. I started a beef with, I remember this was...
that man from Toronto.
See? Wolfie Raps. Yeah, so there you go. It was now trending at the time where they'll do like diss tracks. That was like a YouTube thing. You know what I mean? So I did a diss track to Wolfie Raps. The only reason he replied because Michael Dapp was in the music video. Big Shaq was the hottest thing in the world at the time. So it's a thing where he said, yeah, Bun It. I replied to him. Wolfie Raps was humongous at the time. Now people are like, yo, who's this Chunkz shoot from London? You know what, Bun It. And that's when I started to say, now is my time to shine. I need to upload consistently. Boom, non-stop. Springboard. And then from then, obviously, it's been a thing, innit?
Rah. Did you realize at the time that you was rebranding?
Yes. I got videos of me screaming because I literally still have a video on my phone where Wolfie Raps replied to my thing, and I knew that was going to set me off because now people are just respecting man, innit? Right. So I got a video and I sent to the group chat, the man, where I'm running and I'm backing off my gum, screaming, yes, on the strip. Because I'm like, finally, it's going to now take off. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, slowly but surely, bro, alhamdulillah.
Crazy. And then obviously, like, naturally outside of that, so much other things change because then people then start recognizing you for me,
bro. That's when I started my own series now. I did Chef Chunkz. I had the epic rap battles. Now I'm doing my own rap battles. And like, when I'm now starting these series, I've always have long-term goals. So when I did the Chef Chunkz, it's because I wanted Gordon Ramsay or Jamie Oliver to feature. When I'm done now, the rap battle, in my head, I was like, I can finally get Darkest to verse Stormzy or something in the final. Do you know what I mean? So it was always kind of like, when I'm starting these things, I had end goals. Obviously, I didn't achieve. I had neither, but it's, you know, it's fine.
You could do them now, though. That's the maddest thing. Yeah, if you wanted to,
you know what's crazy? The names I just said, I've got both of them on my phone now. Gordon Ramsay and Stormzy.
Right, there you go.
I can get that sorted. But
shout Stormzy on tomorrow on a vibe of what you want.
Stormzy, he needs to.
What you
chat
want?
Him separately, anyway. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know,
come
bro.
and just sit down with man, and you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because we got to do some work.
Gordon and that.
See, that's I call him Gord.
Yeah, right. G.
Ram.
Yeah, G.
Bro, I bucked him in Saudi.
G-Ram.
I might call him that one.
Right.
I bucked him in Saudi recently, bro. Just Formula 1. I'm at the back chilling with McLaren. He's there with Red Bull. What? Come on, yeah, you see him,
is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Just on a quick one.
Normal. I just see Del Piero and that. Normal.
You see Ham one and that one?
Ham. That's what I call him. I call him Ham.
Ham.
Yeah, I didn't like Hamilton. My bad. Ham. Yeah, Hamilton's cool. Lulu.
Oh my God.
That's my brethren still. It's different now, the patterns.
Did you drive one of the whips?
Yeah, I was in there.
Is it, yeah? Quick 40 lanes and that.
See, I came out on the left. Ricardo let me borrow his whip. And then Lando Norris jumped out and I was like, cut up. I was gone.
Yeah?
How about this? I won the race, but then we had to kind of stop because they were like, it's embarrassing.
Serious?
I don't like talking about it. I signed the NDA.
Yeah, because you know what? Yeah, I hear that. Because obviously they don't want you to. You can't be in that lane winning and doing this type of stuff, and then you come over in and you start winning. And do you understand what I'm saying? You got to.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
dim the light a tiny piece.
Know my own lane. Pardon the pun.
Right. You and Philly though, like the relationship that you two have built has been sensational. It's been very good, and it's been amazing for the both of you in your careers and stuff, yeah? Has there ever been a time, because I'm not even going to go into how you met and done all of that type of stuff. I want to know, you've done that. Has there ever been a time when you've been out of sync?
Out of sync?
Out of sync.
We're out of sync more than we're in sync. Me and Philly, butt heads non-stop. 100%. And that's why I love the guy so much, because that's the only human on this earth out of my friendship group that I butt heads with. Because he's amazing. He's one of, generally I always say, bro, he's the funniest person I've ever met in terms of like, and the most talented host, presenter. Generally, I always say that. So he's got strong opinions, I've got strong opinions. And what he can't do, he can't understand that it's fine to not agree on each other's points and just kind of like, this is why I'm on the spectrum, that's why you're on the spectrum. I respect your opinion, you respect mine. He has to kind of make me understand his point and he won't stop. You get it?
That sounds familiar. Oh, yeah. Tigo, we know someone, don't we? We know someone. Keep that in the edit. Yeah?
So it's kind of like with me and Broski, it's like, he'll be like, I hear where you're coming from, but on the other hand, my brother, I don't want on the other hand. Just hear where I'm coming from and let's stop this now. Right. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he wants to carry it on and I kind of just want to dead it off. And we were speaking about this literally when we went to Saudi together, bro. So it's like, that's I think why we butt heads so much. But then I love the guy with all my heart, bro. He's one of the most kind-hearted people I've met in this whole game. Very, very, very selfless. Very selfless. But
It's so difficult spending so much time with someone.
And that's another thing. I was about to say, my bad cutting you off, bro. There was a period, I think 2018, maybe 2019 to 365 days, I probably saw him 290. When you see a man too much, it's like having my brother, my own brother. We argue, we beef, we scrap so much times, but how much love do you have for your brother? Unconditional,
the love outweighs all of that.
And that's what it is with me and Broski. That's why every time we do a video, I'll be like, this guy's annoying. I'm not joking, he's annoying, but I love him. You know what I mean? And that's what the relationship me and my brother Philly have.
A genuine moment I saw between you, was when I think you was on the live and you was talking about weight loss, and your motivation for it. And you two was on the live talking, and then you turned and said to him, I don't know if you clocked, but you remember when we went shopping for clothes for Hold?
Yeah.
And he had a moment of thinking about it, and then he looked, and then he grabbed you, because he knew straight away.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah, no, he knew
at that time.
And I know why he knew, because of the fact that he clocked I was off in the Selfridges. And I was like, we went Gucci, we went Palm Angels, and it was kind of like, they're like, yeah, this is the big size we have, 2XL. I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking 2XL, that can fit me, blood. Bro, it's coming like one tank top. I'm thinking, why is it so tight on, man? Thinking, what's going on, blood?
Man's looking like he's going, we say, man's looking like he's going gym.
You see? And I'm trying to step out, blood. You know what I mean? And my look was oversized. Right. I'm not finding size. Right. So it's a thing where, and I remember Broski always tried to, I love him for that. It would be a thing where I come out and I'll be like, he'll be like, yo, come out, man. And I'm embarrassed to come out, I'm tight in it. You know, and I'm there grips it, saying, yeah, it's a bit tight, bro. And he's there like to me, mind, bro, we'll find something else. You know what I mean? And he's kind of like making it feel like it's cool, you know what I mean? And I remember from that day onwards, I said, nah, I'm not doing this, bruv. Like, flip this, fam. I'm going in the gym. Yeah. Like, this is enough's enough. And I remember jumping on the scale thinking, yeah, I know how much I probably weigh. I was like 20 kilograms off.
Okay.
I was 20 kilograms heavier. And I was like, all right, no, this life needs to change. Otherwise, I'm going to have a heart attack. Right. Generally, blood, that's not even a joke. Yeah. So then I switched out from there, man, and that was definitely motivation. And the fact that Philly was there telling me, I could do this, you can do it, bro. I'll jump in, I'll join with you. On my birthday, I had a gym session, and he was there in the morning. He came from South all the way to Harrow bits, and like just jumped to the gym session with me. And obviously, like I said, bro, there's just things that he'll do for my birthday. I remember at that time when I was losing weight, he knew I loved pineapple because I started to eat a lot of pineapple, and he came to my yard with 2 pineapple chunks from Sainsbury's and just said to me, oh, this is your birthday present. Next morning we went to A Jewelers, bought man a ring, you know what I mean? So it's like things he does for me, bro. So like he was supporting the same way my boys from the house, the Beta Squad was supporting me. My boy KGD, my personal trainer. So everyone's helped man through that process, man. 100%.
Was you like, because earlier on as well, like when you mentioned the insecurity aspect, on that, like, did you ever watch yourself back and feel some type of way about looking at yourself?
Yeah, bro. There'll be times where, like, say for example, I did something funny on camera and I'm laughing, thinking I can't wait to watch that in the edit because I'm gonna edit my own video, of course. Yeah. And then editing the video and then seeing how uncomfortable I looked on camera and how I didn't like myself on camera because I was kind of like, you know, on these DSLR cameras, you have the LCD screen where you can flip and you can see how the lens, how it looks like on the camera. You know what I'm trying to get at? Yeah. So obviously you're meant to look down the barrel of the camera as I'm doing right now, but instead I'm looking at the thing because I'm trying to see how I look. Wow. So you can see my eye contact. If people watch my old video now, you'll see I used to look at the screen because I wanted to see how I looked. What I tend to do a lot till even now, I'll pull down my shirt like this because I'm not trying to make it stick to man's clothes. You see when it's stuck, you can see the man's outline on my belly, right? Man will constantly be doing these ones. Wow. People remember that in my old videos. You'll remember seeing that. I'll put a pillow in front of my stomach. All of these things, bro, is because I was insecure, bro. And it was things, instead of now me constantly doing that and feeling uncomfortable on camera and seeing my big gap tooth I used to have. So I was like, you know what, I need to change this about myself. So gap tooth, I said, bun it. I'm going to get Invisalign. Gym, my weight, I didn't like how big I was on camera. I literally was bigger than everybody on the screen. I said, bun that. Now man's going to go into the gym. You know what I mean? So it's like things I didn't like about myself, I changed it.
You see, discipline is an amazing thing, you know. If you got discipline when it comes to whatever actually in life, you can go through the roof. You know that. Discipline,
very important. To stay motivated 100% is impossible. It's a myth. You're not going to find that. Someone says that they're motivated 100% all the time. It's fake, bro. Yeah. It's not possible. To be disciplined now, on the other hand, of course that's possible. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you can falter at times. As long as you jump back on that horse, bro. Everything that you can see, life is a straight path, innit? Even religion, bro. They can go straight path. That's the end goal right there. Sometimes you steer off. As long as you now jump back onto that line, my brother, you're nice. You know what I mean? Just don't steer off too far. Otherwise, you're gonna lose the root, fam.
Exactly. But yeah, you lost the weight. Like you lost the weight and stuff.
I'm putting it back on again now, so I'm back.
You're trying to get wham now, innit?
Nah, do you know what it is, bro? Yeah. So obviously September, I got to my weight goal. I'm planning on making a video about it, so that's why I'm being a bit more secretive about numbers. Wow. But September, I reached my weight goal for Soccer Aid. And then from September, because I did 15 months of non-stop work, I kind of just burnt out. And then I've put on another 15 kilograms since September. Right. So I kind of only deeped that when I came back from Saudi, and I was like, yo, what the flip is going on? I've done this. So now I'm back in work mode. Right. But obviously, it being Ramadan, it's hard to work out as well as fasting. So yeah.
Are you doing Soccer Aid again this year?
Yeah, June 12th.
In reflection to that as well, you know, like when all of that happened, there's so many different aspects to look at that as well, because obviously you're seeing yourself on camera on TV and stuff, and then obviously the missing the penalty, the big thing, there's like, it's so overwhelming. I probably, even at a time where you're like around legendary football players that I've heard you talk about, like Wayne Rooney, John Terry, all of these guys and whatnot, yeah, like all of that. See, when you look back at that moment now, yeah, which was what, 2 years ago now, how do you feel about all of that now?
Yeah, it's like bro, that for me is one of the biggest moments of my life, bro, because like I said, for me, what I really respect is nostalgia, and I really take it in, you know what I mean? So like growing up watching something, and now that I'm older, you know what I mean, flashbacks, remembering that thing. So for me, it was like I used to watch Match of the Day with my dad a lot, and that's what me and him used to spend our Saturdays, and I'm watching these players every week in, week out, and I'm seeing the respect they get and everything, X, Y, Z. Now when I'm bucking them, they're telling man that their youth loves me, and their youth forces them to watch me with them, and it's kind of like, you know how surreal that is, bro. I've been watching you from 2002 when I was 6 years old, and now you're telling man that you know me. That feeling's like no other, bro. David Beckham being the biggest one ever. That guy's a superstar, bro. Like, he's worldwide, one of the biggest names in the world. And for him to come to man and go, yeah, I seen you lost hella weight, man. How have you... I'm just a youth from Northwest London, bro.
That's crazy.
And you're telling me you know me, fam. You know how wild this is? Yeah. Like, you're worshipped. I remember, I swear there was people that made religion about worshipping my man, David Beckham. That's how far left people went, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for him to now be worshipped, and for him to just casually, welcome my brother. Well, he didn't say welcome my brother.
Yeah.
I wish he did. I would have lost my head. But it's mad. It's mental, man. Those are the kind of moments I'll never forget. 100%.
Yeah. I've ain't spoken about this a bit, but like, you and the man them, Beta Squad, obviously it's taking you like forever to upload a video back now.
We're back now, bro.
Everything's certified now. You had all of that. You know, like, you see when you lot were starting to really make noise, yeah? You already know that there was like that conversation between you and the Sidemen and whatever, yeah? But did you ever feel personally yourself a vibe that was off between them around that time? Forget about what people were thinking and putting you against each other or whatnot, yeah? You see you personally within yourself, when you was around them for the first sort of times or whatever, you kind of met each other, did you feel anything?
What, the Sidemen?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, bro. I met obviously all of them at different times. One thing I will say about the YouTube scene, which is different to the entertainment scene I'm in, it's not like, I wouldn't say, I'm not gonna say the music scene's fake because I don't want to get punched up, but well,
it kind of is still, though.
Yeah, it's like I've always said, it's a hierarchy in it. It's based off clout in it. That's what your respect is based on. So if you're doing amazing, people are gonna rate you highly. You could be a shit person, bro. You could be popular as hell and loved if your numbers are number one, if you're streaming number one. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Whereas now, if your music's incredible, like a Western, for example, I think they're probably the best in the UK, bro. I always say this.
Incredible.
But obviously their numbers might not be as good as a Dave or a Storms. And now automatically they, in my opinion, won't be getting the respect that they deserve because of the fact that their numbers aren't what they're meant to be. So how you telling me you can't rate my man because of the fact that his numbers aren't top? You know how wild that is, bro.
That's dead.
So for me, I've always based off, I'll meet a man, if he just seems like a chilled brother, bro, I love the guy. He's cool. You know what I mean? I don't care about how many followers on Instagram he has, bro. Like, most of these sets that I work on now, I make friends with the production teams and not the talent.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because the production team are just cool, chill people, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, with the YouTube scene, I think it's it's chilled. It's like almost real life because like man will just chat to man regardless. It don't matter if I've got 50k subscribers or 10 million subscribers. Man will chat to you. I have a conversation with you. You know what I mean? So with the Sidemen lot, I remember Harry wrote a show. I think he was one of the first ones I bumped into when I was on 50k subscribers. And I asked Cal Freezy and Anisong Gibb to jump on my YouTube video, and they were like, "That's fine, bro. I'm on 50k subscribers. They're on millions. They're living in the Halo Tower. I'm living in St. Raphael's, bro, with my mum. They still they help me. You know what I mean? It's like it's equivalent to me starting music, getting a collab off of like Potter paper. Potter would never give me a verse when I just started music. You know what I mean? And I understand that's how the cookie crumbles. I'm fine with it. But I remember I met Rattle. I was like, yo, my brother, he wasn't meant to be in my video. I didn't even know him like that. I was like, yo, he goes, yeah, I know you. I was like, yeah, cool. You reckon you can be in my video? Quick cameo. Like, how wild that is to just ask that. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Let man do it, bro. KSI, I remember I met him. He gave me advice. This was before I even started YouTube. Told me what to do, where I can penetrate, what I can do, bro. So when I met these men originally, they just kind of were real, man. I just kept it humble, but like, yo, my brother, I seen your video there, good man. Keep doing your thing.
It's the audience that just make it a thing more than anything.
Yeah, of course, bro. I'll be honest with you. No one likes harmony, innit? No one likes that. People like Passa, bro. So especially during COVID times when everyone was just bored and they just wanted to start things. Do you remember, bro?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's still like this now.
Yeah, of course it is, bro.
Into, like,
hence the reason I said that's why I've kind of felt like I've lost myself, because now I'm just not even giving my true opinions about anything. Bro, the other day recently, man was speaking on social media as a joke, by the way, and people don't know this till today. When I was on a show and I was talking and I was saying, I don't like the way people, what needs to be left behind in 2021. And I said the way that people are speaking nowadays.
I saw that, yeah. It's giving.
I said it's giving.
And what people got upset about that?
My brother, bear in mind, look, if you know me, you know man bants 24/7.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm generally concerned about the way people, I couldn't care less. I'm an avid believer of do what you want, and I'm probably the least judgmental person out there, bro. Have fun, do your thing, I don't care. When now we were sat on that set, they asked us that question, and we for 20 minutes were racking our brain saying, I don't know. They're like, just come up with something. And then I remember hearing one of the girls said, it's giving you guys don't know what you're doing. I started laughing straight away. I was like, "Fun it, I know." I said, yo, you see these guys? Because obviously people laughed off camera before, and I got annoyed at that. I think, you see when these girls are talking about it looks like I'm being serious, but I couldn't care less, bro. Yeah. And then I'm seeing social media saying, it's giving this guy's trying to control the way female are speaking. Don't try and make it something it's not, bro. And now all of a sudden people are like, I don't really... American Twitter got hold of it.
Did they?
Bro, American Twitter don't know me like that. So who the F is my man trying to control... I know his gal's getting abused. Or, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah. Why are you just running away with something? Yeah. So that's why I remember that was the last time in my head I was thinking, you know what? I'm not even in the chat no more, man.
But you see when you log out, though, that don't even exist. Yeah. You see when you log out, it just doesn't even
exist. You say that, brother, but there's no logging out in man's world. Like, you see what I'm saying? I've always used this analogy, and you can find it elsewhere. Like, when people work 9 to 5, my brother, 5 p.m., they're out of there. Me, I'm working 12 to 12, non-stop. I haven't swiped out yet. Since 2015, I haven't swiped out, bro. I'm just working non-stop, and I'm not complaining. I love it, but it's just kind of like, it's hard.
But no one don't ever G-check you on them type of things, though. Like, in life. Oh, my God, what was it about when you said...
Obviously, I'm not saying I'm not G-checkable, bro. Of course, everybody is, innit? But I'm saying... Bro, from time Pablo Escobar got G-check, it's different. You know what I mean?
I hear that strongly.
And here you go. So it's a thing where, in real life, I have not received a bad comment like that ever. Like maybe a one time, and it's just been love. But no one's ever come to man's face on a G-checking vibe like, yo, XYZ. And I'm not saying I can't, but it just hasn't happened, innit? Because for me, it's kind of like, man's just kind of trying to show off positive energy, and I'm just good vibes. You know what I mean? I'm not all about Passa. I'm never going to get in and amongst the controversy. Obviously, there's times where I'll see controversy on the Shade Boroughs and XYZ, and I've got my 2 cents, but I ain't gonna say anything. I'll speak about it in amongst my friendship circle. Yo, do you think what my man did was right? Nah, not really. XYZ. Even the Will Smith situation, I didn't speak about it once online. I don't care, bro. Let him do his thing. Obviously, behind closed doors, we're having our conversations. Yeah. And that's where that's my safe haven. When I'm talking in and amongst my brethren. Online, I'm here to just have fun, enjoy myself. Yeah.
Do you know, I was just about to make a mad joke, but then I realised, you know what, this is not the conversation.
This is 2015, you could have made it, my brother.
I did it on the pod though, I'll tell you that now.
Well, there you go then.
But yeah, no, bro, I hear you still. I think it's so much different. When you have so much numbers in and around you, it just makes things so much, like, anything that you say can get taken out of context, clipped, boom, before you know it. But it shows you as well that, like, you must have, like, your thing is not just a European thing. I'm sure when you've gone to America, gone to America, you've probably really seen how, like, big your face is and, like, how much people know you. Like, would you kind of say that going over there or being in different countries has kind of made you realize how, like, what it is that you're working
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, came up from Saudi, bro, Middle East. In my head, before going to Saudi, I thought it was something else. Went up there now, bro. Man's receiving similar love to London, bro. I'm getting people asking me for meet and greets in Riyadh, Jeddah. It's like, how the hell has this happened, bro? Like, how do you not even understand? There's people that can hardly speak English, and they're saying, yeah, your video's funny. And I try to speak to them, they're like, I don't really speak English. I think, so how do you watch my videos then, bro? They're like, your face expressions, and then all your TikToks. Or then I went to Switzerland, and I went like into a very like niche. It's a different area of Switzerland. You know what I mean? Like, it's in Lugano, right? So that's where they speak Italian. My brother, no one speaks English there, bro. Man's there, and I'm there for a video with Chuckie, and people are clocking, man. Yes, doing a little dance. And I start laughing. Yeah, picture, please, picture. Photo. I'm like, yeah, cool. And I'm like, you know how wild this is, blood. I'm going to these random bits, and I'm getting spotted left, right, and center. Like I said, the craziest one being on a beach in the Bahamas, Nassau, and I'm getting them, bro. It's like I constantly am reminded that it's bigger than the UK, blood.
You have pushed yourself into a different type of space, man. Because you know, like even like your reputation, even in and amongst the football world, is incredible, yeah. And like at one point, it was footballers. And then you had like musicians, and then you had like footballers and musicians, really like rappers in particular, really connecting with each other and whatnot. You still see it now. Now though, in that is footballers, rappers, and a few YouTubers. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this connection of like, especially a bunch of people that are like maybe come from a certain place, underprivileged. You know what I mean? Kind of similar backgrounds, meeting in a different type of place and kind of super connecting on that, innit?
Yeah, because obviously, like I said, nowadays the footballers that are making it, they're all younger than me, by the way, which is wild. I have to accept that, you know what I mean? Now, bro, I support Arsenal, and I think I'm older than everyone bar Xhaka, Thomas Partey.
They're all like 20, 21,
and
22,
Lacazette.
23.
You know how wild this is, blood. So man's backing someone. Yeah, man's born in 2002, bro. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm about to die then. Because
how are
you 2002 and you're a fully functioning man? You know how crazy it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, you just kind of have to get with it. So these kind of players that are making it now are all from the South Londons, the East, and they're from the end. So they had similar backgrounds to us. You know what I mean? Same as the rappers. They're all from the end, similar backgrounds. So man can definitely hold a conversation between these, man. You know what I mean? They'll chat similar to me. Like Amos Smith Rowe, for example, bro. Like man clicked straight away, bro. Welcome, my brother. You say, yo, you're hilarious. Yeah, you're a baller, blood. Boom. Connect. Brethren. You know what I mean?
Who do you check for the most? Or who checks for you the most?
Out of the footballers then?
Yeah.
Probably Raz.
Right.
Yeah, Raz. Me and Raz speak very, very... and Mason. Me and Mason as well, of course. Like Madders. I've literally just formed new friendships with Trent recently. So it's like I've been chatting to loads of these ballers from the Prem nowadays. But I'll definitely see Raz. Me and Raz been speaking like non-stop. Like he'll chat to me, I'll chat to him, we'll speak about football, give him advice, he gives me advice, and it's like I'm there chatting to him saying, bro, you see that goal? Like next time just kind of shift to the I can't even move, bro. You know what I mean? And it's kind of funny, so it's sick, man.
The influence is nuts though. You've had man all doing celebrations and that. That's nuts, bro. Like in front of thousands, like forget the millions of people on TV and that.
I did a trend on TikTok, bro, doing my little dance, and it's got like 40 million views. You know how wild that is. TikTok's our next thing, but I'll be honest with you, a tip for the little for the influencers nowadays, if you want to just kind of make it quick in that TikTok,
yeah. Algorithms over there.
Mental, blood. Sharp. I just dropped something. 2 days later, I come on, I see 8 mil. So when did I forgot about this video on my life, bro. Like, Matt, bro, I just use TikTok for band. I go in the nights. It's like Vine. I'll go in and just watch it for 2 hours. Whoever gets them little warnings, stop watching that little black girl getting up saying, move. Like, stop watching this. You're watching it too much. That's what I watch now, TikTok, bro.
Yes, man. I've started to probably get into that, boy. It's nuts, man. What's the goal for you? Like, what's the goal now?
My goal.
You've done so much, bro. Like, you've done so much and achieved so much, yeah? Does it make you feel old, bruv?
Yes. When I did my birthday post recently and I just looked at 26, I said, God. I remember when I was 18 thinking 25, you're washed. You know what I mean? But like not washed like that. I'm just saying like you're old. You know what I mean? Like if someone says to me, and I'm 18, I'm 25. I think, right, you're old. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I remember being 18, everyone's got a similar story. When you're 18, I want to be married by 24.
Yeah. That's dangerous, though.
Very
that's dangerous, bro.
Youths, don't do that. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. If you're 17 right now, stop thinking about how you're going to be in 23, fam. Enjoy 17, because right now, I would kill a man to go back to 17.
I'm telling you, yeah, not literally, but yeah.
Yeah, of course not. But it's like, I really would love to go back to 17, 18. Like, bro, how much I miss high school?
Yeah, so do I. I don't miss the classes, though. I just miss the playground. I was just on the playground thing. That was me. Man. I just loved it.
But what's next?
What is the goal? Like, what is the goal now?
To bang out these videos with Beta Squad and become the biggest group, one of the biggest groups in the UK on the world on YouTube, because generally we've got the most exciting content coming up soon. To feature in films, hopefully.
Yeah, you was talking about that.
Yeah, Top Boy Shout Me, like I said. Yeah. And just Netflix stuff, maybe, hopefully. And
have you started acting classes and that? Yeah.
Nothing. I want to just off the cuff just try a thing and then let them tell me if I'm dry. If they tell me I'm dry, no problem. I'll keep it moving. I'll try something else. And then, most importantly, the JD link up, man.
Of course.
Bringing JD to the tippity top. Right. That's the aim. And we
got a certified one over this side.
Yeah. No, I can't lie to you. It's long now. Now it's just long. Yeah. We're gonna make sure that these people are here. Right. They're already number one in general, bro. Let's be honest. I'm just saying on the content aspect. I'm just trying to push the hell out of this because I've met the talent pool. Shout out to PK, to Chloe, and to Specs, and obviously to the others. I haven't met them. You, of course. But I need to meet everyone. But yeah, man, we just need to sit down and actually chop it up and say, yo, this is what we're trying to achieve. This is how we're gonna get there.
Yeah. And you're a man who can.
Like, I can do that, my brother.
You can do things.
I can do that, my brother.
Obviously, you talked about quitting music and stuff like that. You know what? If you did and you decided you wanted to do it, you would have been the one to get the Drake feature. You know that. You would have got that. You would have got that. You would have got that if you wanted it.
People don't understand. I would have done it.
You would have been the one.
I would have had a tune with the big peoples them. I would have had like a different kind of album, different kind of album. Like I'd only put people on there that I rate. I don't care about numbers. Yeah, 100%. My life. You would have seen a Chunkz tune with Western.
Oh yeah. I know.
Me and Hailey on the vocals, them, and then Akel and Louis just.
Yeah, I would have seen you with Shaka.
What?
I would have seen you.
That's
with Shaka.
broski.
100%.
I had a tune with him.
Oh, for real?
What? It's out.
What, on his thing?
Come on, my brother. We did the little Tribe Tuesdays.
Yeah, I saw you do the Tribe Tuesdays. Did it come out?
See, you're not really trying to pay attention.
Oh, mad man. I didn't know.
Bro, how about this? Shaka shouted at me saying, yo, this was like a year ago. You used to come and do a little something. I said, my brother, I'm quitting music, but I would have loved to, Yeah. I was meant to be on the album he just dropped.
Oh, yeah, that's a good album as well. Man. I went to his live show as well.
I was meant to be there. I flopped him. Sorry, Shaka. I love you, my brother. Very, very another quick story about Shaka as well. Go. My teacher in year 12, 13, one of them years, bro. My teacher was one of his best friends. I told him how much I love Shaka. Shaka sang happy birthday to me on the phone when I was in year 12. And now, how many years later, he's my brother.
That's nuts, actually. You've had a few of them. AJ. Didn't you have a situation where you met AJ?
I met AJ straight after the Olympics. Literally a month after the Olympics, he used to trim at Olympic barber fitting in Sudbury. Man's walking past. I look left. I see this wham brother just getting a trim. I said, "What the? Is that Mike?" Yeah. Walked in now. I said, "Yeah, my brother." He's saying, "Can I get a picture with you?" He goes, "Yeah, I got the gold medal in the whip. You want to take a picture of that, please?" I looked like a mess that day. I remember. Boom, took a picture of him. Now met him X amount of years later.
Who else?
Poet one from Poet, because I met him Poet when I was before even YouTube. I showed him the picture of me and him on the train station. Funny enough, well, not funny, nothing funny. It's morbid. I was en route to my grandma's funeral on the train, and I was in the mood. I was in a strut, but then that was the first time I met Poet, so he kind of brought a smile to my face, and I remember that till the whole journey to Whitechapel, I was just smiling. But then obviously got to the funeral, and then the mood's changed. You know what I mean? But then. Yeah, him, KSI, of course. I had a lot of Philly. I was a fan of Philly before. You know what I mean? So I've had a lot of these interactions where it's like I was a fan of them, and then I'm lucky enough to call them a friend now. Yeah. 100%.
Listen, man, all the best. There's still you got so much legs.
100%. Guys need to look out for Beta Squad. Yeah, we upload there weekly. Don't cut this bit out. Come over to that channel. Elite content over there.
You don't manage to sort it out and get everything.
Bro, I'm telling you now, bro. It won't happen no more. Right. The fumbles. I'm telling you now, live. If it happens, let me not say that.
Does business get in the way of things sometimes? Like, not just for like in that sense, but in like creating with your brothers, whether it is with them or whether.
Nah, everyone knows their role, bro. Everyone knows their role. You know what I mean? Like no one kind of like oversteps it. Because me, I'm not gonna tell a man how to. I'm not gonna tell Nico how to film my title of video, bro. He knows his role. I'm not gonna try and get involved. So I feel like we're friends first before business partners, or you know what I mean. Yeah. So we can all speak to each other on a level and be like, you know, my brother, man, don't like this X, Y, Z. Cool. We move on. We get it done. You know what I mean? So that's why there's always harmony in a group. Fingers crossed.
Nico is incredible. He is incredible.
That's the YouTube UK GOAT. Obviously, no, KSI is, but he's KSI just needs to retire now, man. Stop, but you're boring.
Get back in the ring and fight one of them man there and see what I go on from that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Chunkz, love and guidance every time. Thanks for coming through. Love that you're over here at JD. Yeah. Love to see what you're gonna do and that. But just even on a life one, man. On a life one, you know, like just live however you feel. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you're in them moments of like, you just don't want to enjoy that. Just enjoy your own time.
Yeah, guys.
Enjoy
honestly,
your own time.
If I just go missing randomly, I apologize.
Nah, man,
It's for my mental, so I hope you guys can just respect.
And that's calm, bro. Because you know what? Do you know what the thing is, Chunkz? Yeah, is that like, you see, for me, the reason why people might like to vibe with me is because I just have some of my alone time. If I don't have that, then you're not gonna get a good version of me. Do you get what I'm saying? If you like this, you have to allow me to have that. And it's the same with you. If they like this, then they have to allow me to have that. If you want me at my best,
give me 2 weeks off.
Right, or 4.
Maybe even 5.
Yeah?
If I just go on a hiatus, respect the hiatus. Because I'm high. Not like that.
Hey, subscribe, yeah? Love.